yes, I got a new tattoo, and it is an olive branch, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. I got it about a week ago. Let's roll the footage.
Why are we in the van?
I can't talk like this. Wow, thanks.
You're welcome.
The start of my plant arm shall begin today.
And this is what became the cover up. Finally. Nice.
Final goodbye to the lighter. Fresh and gorgeous, and the lighter is gone. Thank you. Oh yes. Brittany McCarty, everyone. Check it out. Here she is. Yeah, this has been healing. It's in the ugly stages right now of the healing process. It's really crackly and dry looking. For the past couple of years, I have really grown to dislike the lighter that was on my wrist. If it had been like on my leg or somewhere that was not as noticeable, I probably wouldn't have gotten it covered. I mean, it was right on my wrist, pitch black, like right there on my right hand, my dominant hand that I use the most, and it just wasn't even a good job. So it was like crooked, and it just reminded me of a time in my life that I was acting very unlike myself. I was having a lot of partying in New York. This was in New York, and I was out every night until 4 or 5 a.m. and dealing with a lot. So it was a very different side of myself, and I got the lighter because a dear friend of mine, someone who I was spending a lot of time with at that time, had committed suicide, and we grew to have a really deep relationship. One night he needed to come over and spend some time with me, and I was busy. I was completely across town in another borough, and I told him to just hold on and I'll see you later. I ended up not seeing him that night because I was out like all night, and he actually committed suicide that night. So it was a extremely dark several days for me. And to speed up the story, he used to wear lighters in his gauges. The lighter was this thing for him that he always felt a powerful message, and he used to acronym LIGHTER to living is good, however terrible, everyone will remember me. And he always felt like he never belonged here. He would tell me that, you know, he always wanted to die and he always wanted to end it, and he just never felt like he was supposed to be a human in this lifetime. I can't imagine what it must feel like to feel that way. It must be so hard. And I mean, hard is such a surface word to even describe it. Yeah, rest in peace, Rad. I know that there are many other ways to honor you than having a poorly done lighter tattooed on my wrist. So I got it covered up with an olive branch. Everyone asks me about my tattoos. Can you make a video about your tattoos? Make a video about your tattoos, and asking me to describe all of them and what they all mean. So let's just go through it real quick. So we have the olive branch here on my forearm. Right above the olive branch, we have a sage plant. It's a white sage plant. It looks very much like a child's doodle in my opinion compared to this piece of art. This arm will eventually turn into a complete plant sleeve. So as time goes on in my life and I work with more plants and I channel more energies that connect me to certain plants, then I will add those plants to this beautiful right arm of mine. There's also a moon, a tiny moon right there. On the other side, there's a little tiny feminine sign. First tattoo I ever got was this focus. So many years have gone by. This was almost 10 years ago when I was 17. I got this tattoo. I have this symbol right here, and underneath that I have just these 3 dots. On the back of my neck, I have an equal sign. Let's see if I can get it. On the tips of every single one of my fingers, there are dots. All 10 fingers, dots. I really love these dots, even though they're like crooked and uneven. My best friend Greg did them for me, and I call them prison tats because they were stick and poke. He just had a number 2 pencil with a needle taped to the end of it, and then he would dip it in tattoo ink and dot it really hard, which is essentially what a tattoo gun does anyway. If you look at them really closely, it's just like vibrating that needle to get it into your skin. But I mean, the way that he was doing it was hardcore and it hurt so bad. Way worse than getting a tattoo with a professional gun. But it was an experience, and I like the way the dots look. This real janky looking endless love in between my fingers. This endless love tattoo, I'm pretty sure was rebellion after my parents got divorced. I had just turned 18 and I drove up to Atlanta and I got this, and I came back and I was like, I got endless love on my marriage finger, which it's the wrong finger, because I am going to get married and I'm gonna be with my partner for the rest of my life, unlike you two. Hashtag angsty teen. So that is all the tattoos that I have.